So how many practices have you guys had, and through how many, what are some of the words you use to describe this group, this particular group?
Like official practices, you're saying? I think we started at the beginning of last week, official practice. I'm pretty tired, so I don't know which number that makes this. But I would describe this group extremely competitive. Some of the best practices I've been a part of in my life, honestly. Guys competing every day. Family, whenever we get a break, that's what we say, is because we step on those lines, we push each other, we respect each other enough to give each other our best. And then as soon as we step off, we're family and we care for each other. So those are two words that come to mind.
Last year, I think we talked a lot about pace and shooting with this team. This year, do you think it's going to be the same type of emphasis, and has that changed at all this offseason?
I think those are two key components in the way that Coach Pope coaches, shooting and pace. We're really working on our spacing as well. We know that's a huge component with those two. And then another thing we're really emphasizing is protecting that basketball, trying to take some strides there, and we feel like we're doing a good job so far.
How big was the overseas tour for you guys to kind of get all on the same page with some of the new guys coming in, et cetera?
It was really big for us. You can feel a big difference as far as workouts before and now after, just the atmosphere, playing with each other. There's a lot more trust on the floor on the defensive end and offensive end, knowing where guys are. And so I think that trip did us a lot of good, both on and off the court.
How did some of the new guys kind of mesh into the family atmosphere you got here, like Ali and Dawson and some of them? How did they kind of mesh into the group?
They've meshed really well, honestly. Our coaches do an outstanding job of recruiting guys of high character, guys who are about the right things both on and off the court. And so we all share similar goals and morals, and so we mesh well as a family. We look out for one another, and we help keep each other accountable.
How do you describe Dawson's game?
Smooth. He is a very smooth, tough basketball player, and he's got a deep bag. Like he can get to his spots, he can score, and he's just played the game, the college basketball for a while, and so it's really fun to play with him. He gives our team a lot, and when he gets cooking, it's hard to stop.
Has he talked to you at all about kind of creating your own shot, and is that something you've talked about just in general?
We've talked a little bit about it, yeah, kind of working on when those, because we're not a heavy isolation team, but obviously there are those times when it needs to happen, and so I've tried to learn from him, pick his brain a little bit, and yeah, just tried to grow my game this offseason, which has been fun.
Marcus was a late addition to the roster, and they said that he hasn't practiced yet, but how's he fit in with the group in your mind?
He's awesome. He's young, a lot younger than the rest of us, which, shout out to him coming in at a young age and then just jumping into the swing of things, and he's just picking it up. He's trying to be a sponge, take it all in, and he just has good energy. Like, he loves to laugh, he loves to have fun, and we like having him around, and so it's a great addition, and we're excited to see what he gives us out there.
So you guys, obviously expectations are high for you guys moving into the Big 12. Is that a topic of conversation in the locker room yet, or is that something is that even a thing for you guys?
There's a lot of noise, and we try and limit it for the most part, but obviously some of it reaches us, and the stuff that does, we love it. Like, that's just fuel to the fire. People counting us out, we wouldn't have it any other way. Just, like I said, more fuel to the fire. We don't care what anyone else thinks we can do. We just care what the guys in that locker room believe, and we hold ourselves to a high standard. We believe we can do great things, and the rest is just noise. We believe we determine our own destiny.
Last question.
What's the excitement factor, though? Like, you're going into the best basketball league in the country. Like, is there an excitement factor to it all?
Yeah, I remember getting the news on my mission, right? I was planning to play in the WCC my whole career at BYU, but getting that news on the mission was some of the most exciting news I've ever heard, because as a kid, my dream has always been to play and beat the best players in the world, right? And so to have an opportunity to do that every night in conference play, no matter what the result is, it's going to make us a better basketball team, better players, and we believe we can play with the best of them.
All right. Thank you, Dallin. Thanks, Dallin.
Appreciate you guys.